Hey, Tiny T here, and I'm back with the Pro XLDRT tiller that I bought. This has reverse, forward, and without the tines moving, and it also has going forward tilling with counter rotation and forward rotation. And this is my first time using it. I bought it and started a review on setting it up. And I wanted to come back to you now that I'm actually going to be able to use it here for doing some gardening. And the first thing I had to do when I got it after assembling it was put the oil in, and that was kind of hard to find anything on, so I'm going to go over that and kind of show you a little bit in detail. What I did is, if you notice, right down here, I don't know if I can see that here, but there's an orange deal there right next to the side. That says oil on it. You take it off, it looks like it goes in for the oil. And then over here on this side, there's one right down there. And you take that out, it says oil on it too, and it has a dipstick on it. Now the thing I didn't, on the dipstick, it didn't say if it was full. It didn't have any markings to show what the level was for full. All you get in the instructions say put it on a level thing and fill it till it's full, but don't overfill. So, you know, it just has a bunch of hash marks on there, but it doesn't say where the full is on it. So I went kind of the top side of it, not to the lower side or the middle. It didn't seem, I knew how much it was supposed to take. I didn't put quite that much in. It's supposed to take 20 ounces of the, I think it's the 30 weight HD. But anyway, I'll have to look that up to be sure, and I'll put it in the comments below. But other than that, I didn't have any trouble. I put gas in. I went and got fresh gas. I don't put anything in my tools like this. I don't run every day. I don't put the gas with ethanol. I get the pure gas. Some of the Walmarts will sell that, and hopefully there's some in your neighborhood. But I found I have a lot less trouble with stuff if I don't use the gas with ethanol and the regular gas you use in your cars and stuff. Because if it sits for any length of time, it'll separate and you get water in your gas tank. But anyway, I want to comment on how easy this was to start. Now, I finally figured out the choke here is right here, this little lever. All the way back is a choke on, and all the way forward is a choke off. Well, I thought it was all the way forward was choke, so I had it up there, and it took me a few cranks to get it started. But what was easy about it is pulling this starter handle on it. It's easier than any lawnmower, any chainsaw I ever pulled. It just pulled just nice and easy and turned over without any trouble. So that part was easy. It took maybe 5-6 cranks without choke on it for the first time ever running, and it started right up. And as you can see, I was using the counter rotation on ground that probably never been plowed for probably 50 years, maybe 30 years at least, I know, since this house was built. And I don't know how long it was before that. Even before then, it was probably just hay in here. Grass down here in Texas. They just have grass. They don't do alfalfa usually, but just grass, and just grew and just did that with it. So it's fairly rocky soil, and I went through there a couple times. It'd catch a rock and kind of stall, so I just stop, reverse the rotation, then it'd go right on without any trouble. And it busting this up, it jumps around a lot more than I thought it would. It's, you know, it's heavy. It's 200 pounds, but it's breaking this up without any trouble. And to go out here with a shovel or something trying to dig this, it's pretty tough. But there's just rocks all over through this stuff, and so I'm sure that's what's making it jump around a lot, or the rocks in there. If you had pretty good soil, but this year we've been in drought condition, you know, severe drought for our area with not near enough rainfall, so the ground's just pretty hard. So probably would have been good if I'd have watered this, but I wasn't quite sure where I was going to put it for the longest time. So I'm starting out here small. I got room to go clear out there to expand the garden, but just start here with just some few rows, and you can see my markers I marked out there. Nothing scientific about it, just kind of go back and forth and dig this up until I get maybe good 6-8 inches of depth to it. So this is just a first pass on it, and it did pretty well. It's just one pass, and I haven't figured out the settings yet, but I think that's deep, maybe. I'm not sure. I gotta go back and look in the instructions. I don't remember. I know you adjust these levers up and down here to adjust the height on it. As soon as I get that figured out, I'll do another video just to make sure people know about that. Main thing I want to talk about was that oil on there. I don't know if somebody else that's more familiar, maybe the manufacturer can talk about it, but when you get a dipstick that doesn't say full, you know what the full, you know, the level is for filling it, that kind of makes it hard. And then you got two places it looks like to put oil in. So, but anyway, I put it in the front where the dipstick was, and like I say, I filled it in from here. Now to get to it, both of these are hard to get to. You gotta get one of those flexible funnels that you can bend around, put down there, and I'll put a link to the one I ordered on Amazon, and it worked really well. It worked really well. I was real surprised, and it bent around, and there were some comments about it leaking, but I'll review that funnel. And what I did, I just put that Teflon tape around where you have the hose, the flexible hose that screws into the funnel, and they were saying it leaks there where it screws in. Well, if you put Teflon tape, I didn't have any trouble with it, so I did put Teflon tape and haven't had any trouble. Some were talking about getting O-rings, putting on there. I thought, well, you know what? I use Teflon tape for about anything else when I'm screwing things in metal to metal, and it seems to work. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Tiny T Prepper signing out. Y'all have a good day.